One of the most common questions I get asked in my coach consulting work, as well as when I go around and speak to the profession around the world, is how to create more leverage. I mean, very commonly docs come up to me that have been in practice for, a period of 6, 8, 10, 15, 20 years, and they love what they do. I'm sure you love what you do, but you also work long and hard for your money. You also know that your office isn't being utilized fully in terms of the hours in the day or days of the week with which it could be open. You also, realize that there's ways that you could extrapolate and do more service to your community, but you're nervous because since they don't teach us at university how to recruit an associate and have the best person on the job, you've heard the horror stories about your friend at a seminar who brought in an associate who was the associate from hell, who just almost ruined their lives and was emotionally traumatic, and they never made any money off them, and they just were like an energy vampire and sucked the life out of them. And then at the end, they ended up taking off, setting up down the street with, half your patient base. Not a good scenario. So again, one of the reasons that I think some associate agreements don't work out is because the senior doc goes into it with some bad intention. Okay? So if you want to find somebody to just, be your workaholic slave, not a good reason to have an associate. If you want somebody purely to just, make some money for you without anything in exchange, not a good reason, to have an associate. But if you're someone that says, you know what, I would like to get better work-life balance. I would like to spend more time with my family and in my hobbies and so on, and be able to not have any fears and regrets about what's happening to my practice space. That's a good reason to bring on an associate. If you're someone that says, I would like to offer more service to my community to help people be healthier and happier and touch more lives than you could just by yourself, unless you wanted to work a whole bunch more hours, which destroys your work-life balance, that's a good reason to have an associate. If you'd like to create some leverage in your work, so that you can actually find a way to not get paid for what you know, not just for what you do, by teaching and mentoring and guiding an associate up to serve your practice members with a greater level of confidence in greater numbers or quality or quantity of hours, that's a good reason to bring on an associate. There's nothing wrong with creating some income from an associate as well. But again, what are you willing to give in exchange? Are you willing to mentor, guide, and train them so that they can become the best version of themselves and an extension of you that it could be? That's a good reason to bring on an associate. If you're someone that would like to figure out a way to create some succession planning, so you find a way to pass the torch for all of the knowledge and experience you've gained over the years, that's a great reason to bring on an associate. So again, intent is everything when you start a process or a project. And if you're someone that comes into it with an intent to create more leverage, to create more work-life balance, to create more freedom for yourself, to create a bigger impact on humanity, to find a way to pass the baton or torch, maybe to create a succession plan, to have somebody there to bounce ideas and do case management with, someone to help with the marketing and the team leadership, those are all great reasons to bring on an associate. And the reason that we designed the Associate Doc Recruiting Program is specifically for docs just like you who want an associate for those reasons. So, thanks again for watching, and I look forward to you recruiting the best associate possible through the Associate Doc Recruiting Program.